Oh, hello.
Hey, kittens.
How y'all doing? How you doing? How you doing?
What you,
Look, eccentric, Spesh, and Lola are here right at the top of the motherfucking show. Look
baby?
at
We got to give it up. We got to give it up. Listen, we're gonna give it up for each one of them. We're gonna start with Lola, and
yes.
we're gonna start with Spesh, and then we're gonna give it up also for eccentric because we know he shows up pretty often, and he be pretty much on time. But we gotta also give special mention out to Josh. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Come on, son-in-law.
Hey, what's going on? That's right. This is like day number what? 14, 15, 16?
It's been almost a month.
Oh, okay, longer than that. of being Mr. and Mr. Congratulations again. Beautiful ceremony.
It was lovely.
Beautiful, very,
I
very
had a wonderful time.
I did too.
Like, oh, this is so great. All of this love in the room.
Yeah, I mean, but then all of a sudden, then I realized I'm like, shit, here I am once again, the one and the possible. Like, what the hell? But that's all right because Grace and I both loved it and we both had a good time. She was all emotional coming home, so
I was like, that's lovely.
I was like,
fun.
Yeah, I mean, she reminded me of when she got married, how I was actually there doing stuff for her. And like that day, because she got married up at the Black Degree Factory, and we had to kind of set some stuff up. So it was fun. So Kyle came back to me, but yeah. So she was all excited about, I want to find love again. I was like, child, this love shit. I was like, I'm still turning into a bitter Blanche, but that's what I'm gonna be. But anyway,
nice and negative Nancy.
Yeah, I am. I'll be the Russian negative. I'm gonna be the Russian. I'll be the negative Nenka. That's German, not Russian. But anyway, hey y'all, it is a new day. It is the next to the last show. No, this is the last show.
No, next to the last show. We still got one more show after that.
Yeah, the next to the last show. Next to the last show. Yeah.
The 13th is the last show, yeah, because the 20th, I'm gonna be in Florida.
Yes. So just a reminder, this is a reminder.
Just a reminder.
We're gonna talk about that too. But yeah, this is a reminder that
right.
Right. All the folks coming in. Listen, next week is going to be our last show for a month. So just letting y'all know, we can get this together. So now we're not going to see y'all. We're not going to love on y'all and everything else, but we just not going to have the show for our time off. But yes, speaking of your t-shirt, we're going to go ahead and jump into that after we talk about our weeks and how they went. So, but anyway. So let's see. This week has been pretty nothing happened really. So I did have some very positive stuff that went on for me. So I was happy I found a chair that I wanted to put into my den, and then it was delivered and also good stuff. Even though the guy put it together incorrectly and put a piece upside down, he literally drilled 2 additional holes to try to make this thing fit. I was like, what? So I've been having conversation with Wayfair and all that good stuff. They were sending a replacement part and all that stuff or whatever. So I got that. So now I'm able to set up my den space in a way that I want to have it set up and get some stuff out of my bedroom to make some more room in there. So For 2024, I will be reporting. I am not over at the Gay Boy Mansion, but I'll be reporting from Velvet Hills. We will have a new sitting room in Velvet Hills that I'll be reporting from. So, I'm gonna have to leave this room here because my piano's over here and everything. My fireplace and stuff. I'm scaling back, so I'm gonna just break it down to some very basic stuff, kind of like almost if I lived in an apartment type of situation. You know what I mean? That type of thing. I'm trying to that sort of stuff. So, but so that was good. Work was good. Definitely one of the highlights of the week for me was it was Grace's birthday.
Oh, congratulations.
All weekend long. And her actual birthday was Monday. So we've been hanging out with her. So I was happy that, she was able to come down and we, able to hang out. And we were also able to go, she came along with us to go see Renaissance, the Beyonce movie, which was absolutely fucking amazing.
You want to just dig right into that now?
Well, I mean, we can come back and start talking because I feel like we're going to feed off each other. But as far as I'm concerned, that's been pretty much it for me. I mean, not really a whole bunch going on. Work. I did get excited because I'm no longer doing 2 jobs. I officially have someone in the capacity working as my number 2 to take over some of the stuff that I was doing. So thank God for that. I'm able to like literally take some stuff off my plate and give it to them so that they can do a good job. And I'm happy about that. So work is kind of coming along. I had a moment where I stayed at work till about 7 o'clock trying to get some shit done. Had a little argument with a parent.
Wait a minute. Let's talk about the argument with the parent. What happened?
We're going to jump right into that. So listen. There is a parent of a student that I've been helping who, when I look back at her notes over the past 4 years, has always had an issue with someone about something.
Right.
The last issue that I saw was that she cursed the person out on the phone that was helping her. And they ended the call. So like it's that type of shit. And even the first time I talked to her,
you can't be doing that and expecting the kids to help you. How'd that work?
The first time I talked to her, she addressed me as by my title. And I said, yes, that is me. She said, you don't sound like your title. She said, you sound like you're a college student. I said, well, baby, God bless you, because I haven't been a college student for over 30 years. But if that's what you think I sound like, then maybe that's okay. But how can I help you with this situation? So that's how we started off everything. Hey,
she thought she was being charming.
Oh my God. So problem came, try to resolve it. Problem came, try to resolve it. Okay, great, fine. FYI, I have never seen refunds for an undergraduate student so large as the ones that I've seen at the Black Degree Factory right now. Part of this one I understand because when you're talking about, just in general, when you're talking about a cost of attendance for anyone, it's comprised of different things. There's your tuition, your fees, your room, your meals, transportation, personal expenses, all those things come up with your cost of attendance. And if you say that you are living off campus versus a commuter student, which means you are living at home, that means that we just pretty much allot for the housing charges that we've already included in there, which is mostly the cost of like a double room at that particular point. Now, these things can be adjusted if you have a documentation showing, what it is. And, we can adjust it somewhat. Now, don't get ridiculous because we're not paying for a $5,000 a month apartment or we're not doing all that. But again, there can be some adjustments that are made. And this particular parent decided that they needed to make some adjustments. Not only did they make an adjustment, they made an adjustment that was a $3,000 damn adjustment for this damn place that her child is living in. But you also put a second person on the lease. So the problem is, I can't say that her daughter's budget is this whole $3,000 because there's 2 people on the lease. So, and what we already allotted for her was more than what she was going to get with half the price of this lease. Okay, great. I told her what other things we can accept. She turned in. Now I'm gonna go ahead and say this here. She turned in. I said to her, I need a receipt if you purchased a computer. Now, anybody who's ever bought an Apple product or been on an Apple website, know that you can go into an Apple website and just put together any type of computer that you want. It'll give you all the details of what it is. It'll total it up and show you what it is.
Right.
That looks completely different than the receipt.
Oh, she was trying to stunt queen it. And we've already had this conversation about, baby, there's a reason that the BGKH superfans is called Stunt Queen, because there is no stunt, no show, no trick, no craft, no mop that we have not tried already.
And baby, what I tell, so, but here's the thing. So listen,
he tried it and came up against.
But wait.
Against the final boss stunt queen.
Well, hold up. But here's the thing. So I looked at this and I said, I know exactly what this is. But I said, okay, I'm gonna just see how far she get ready to go with this, because she was upset. So I said, okay, well, listen, I called her back. I told her what we were able to do. And I said, listen, your child is getting ready to graduate. I was like, listen, hold tight, because what usually happens is we have people that come in and they want to pay for people's bills and just whole different things, like especially for graduating seniors. So I was like, listen, just hold on. When I looked at her shit and I figured out what it was like, she got more money than she should have. And in the industry that I am in, you have to reduce it because you have to abide by the regulations, which say you cannot be over this cost of attendance. So you have to make some reductions. And so at that particular point, we always try to reduce the student's loan indebtedness. So we wind up sending back money off of this loan. When we sent it back, as I was going through adding in stuff to try to figure out how I can make her budget go up and do some other things, I realized
it was a whole stunt.
I realized that, we didn't send enough money back. And I said to myself, all right, no problem. I said, well, here's what I'm going to do. If she's graduating, what I don't want to do is I don't want to increase her bill. Let me see if I can make some changes somewhere else where I can at least have her bill to stay the same or go down, because the money that we should have been sent back, I added some in to increase your budget. So it just kind of balances out and she don't have a whole bunch of shit. Now I also put her loans back and did a couple other things. So when I was having this conversation with her, I forgot about the part where I put some of her loans back and they weren't going to pay over to the next day when the system ran its processes. When I told her how much her bill was, she went off and she ended the call with, y'all better do something to fix this. And I mean that. So there was this very long silence, because I was just like, I'm looking at the phone like,
was this bitch talking to me? The fuck?
And so again, it's this long, awkward silence. And then she was like, okay, well, Mr. Epic, have a good night. I was like, thank you. You do the same. Click. We done. And so
she tried all of it. She tried to carry. Okay.
So today, because that night I had a conversation with my director and my deputy director. I was having conversations with them. I was telling them what was going on. And I was like, all right, I just want to prime y'all up just so y'all know what's going to go on, because I know how this is getting ready to roll. I know how this is getting ready to roll. So, but what I also did was I said, I don't want to
try to get loud.
You said what?
She was about to try to get loud.
Oh no, she was doing all that on the phone, and I know she's gonna go up the ladder. But okay, but that's fine. But I have all this documentation in here, all these notes from every single person you talked to about all the times they complained and you had issues with something. Every single year you had an issue with something. Every single year. So okay, all right. So at this particular point, I was just at a loss and I didn't want to talk to her. But when I realized that her bill did go down, you thought that I would have called her and said, you know what? Hey, I actually forgot about this piece. And your bill is actually not this amount. It actually went down. But then I thought to myself,
fuck that bitch.
Do I call this woman and let her know? Because either way, she said she ain't had no money. That's what she kept saying. She ain't got no money. She's in the middle of doing a house remodel. She ain't got no money to pay no bill. But she's concerned because her baby can't get her transcript. Well, baby, I don't know what else to tell you. But here's the thing. Well, like we tell students all the time, if you check your page and check your portal, you can see everything you need to see. And if she checked it, she would see that her bill is actually lower than what it was. Now, you or I or our parents or our family would have said, well, bitch, that's all the bill is. Let me pay this right now. Take a screenshot of this. I have a copy of this page. I'm going to send this over and I'm going to hold on to this because, baby, if somebody come back to me and tell me I owe some money. Nope.
Right.
But she ain't doing all that. So listen, I'm going to just let her sit there and sweat. I'm going to let her sit there and sweat because classes are over. Her baby is done. She's doing her I'm going to just let her sweat. But I'm going to see how this is going to roll out. So she got till the end of the week. But but if I don't hear from her by Friday, I am going to call her and tell her, like, listen, this is where we are. Your balance is now this. This came in. We've made this adjustment. While your balance did go down, you still have to pay this amount of money. That's all I have to offer you. I can't sit on the phone with you for another hour and a half like I did at 7 o'clock at night. I can't do that. So I'm going to have to go because I have another meeting. But listen, you take care. Congratulations to your daughter. So let us know if you need anything. Contact the Bursar's office and they'll be happy to help you. All right. Have a good day. Bye. Click.
Right. So before we go any further, Sater is feeling left out. So, hey, Sater. And we see Dylan. Hey, lovely. And Michelle is here. So, hey, boo.
Oh, wait a minute. Why is Sater feeling left out? What? Why? Because we didn't have any Fritz 72 or Fritz 75s made for you?
Fritz 75 martini for him.
Is that why you feeling left out? You feeling left out? No, I'm joking. Hey, Dylan. Hey, Michelle. Hey, boo-boo. But yeah, so we're by next week, I'll let y'all know how this all wraps up and let y'all know about that little situation. But other than that, no other issues at work. But my week has, for the most part, been pretty much fine. How has your week been?
It has been good. I have had myself a wonderful time. I am figuring out how to use this Google photo joint so that I can create a cute little slideshow of my weekend. So we had a good time. So Friday night, hold on, let me get my life together.
So yeah, we can end on that because
Yes. Oh, let me see if this video will play. Hold on, let's see if we can get this together. Okay. See, she's guffy.
Josh said married life is wonderful. It was magical and I loved every bit of it. Oh, it's about the wedding. Okay. I was gonna say married life is like that. Like everybody loves every minute of it. Okay, well great. I'm happy for you. I mean, now
right.
I can just, if I can find, I got this Coke here, that's all I got. But like, what the fuck?
Right. So yeah, so my week has been good. I'm starting to wrap shit up because I'm telling the kids now, when I dip. And the 19th is my last day. And then of course, I'm still gonna have to be a little bit responsible because my boss is also gonna be on vacation then. So I'm gonna have to answer the phone if something crazy happened, but I'm gonna look at the phone and I'm be like,
yeah, like you called me at 6:30 at night. I was already off. Like, I ain't expecting nothing.
Right. So after the 19th, I'm out of the office and until January the 2nd. So, and I'm not going to be rushing it too much.
Now I'll be on the same, but I do have 2 days that I'm supposed to go in, maybe 3 between now and the 2nd. But other than that, I'm good.
Yeah, I just know that it's gonna they're gonna try to give me the bullshits when it comes to managing all of that. And the frustrating part about me with me about work is that, baby. So all right, so let me just back up. So every Monday we have huddles on Monday and Wednesday. And during those huddles, I get up, I give my little spiel about safety for the organization, and then, we dive right into it. But before, in order to prep for Monday, I have to go in, and everybody has a spreadsheet about where they manage their project. Everybody's supposed to update that shit by Friday in order to be ready for the conversation on Monday. So I get up early Because if the meeting don't start until 8:35, so technically I don't need to be up until 8:34. But usually I'll get up around 8:20 or whatever. But since I am, part of the leadership team and I gotta pull together all these updates, so I get up and I, am in my office and in my seat at 7 or at 8 o'clock, so I can go through, open these 15 different spreadsheets, pull the information over, and as I'm pulling the information over, I'm also looking at it. And I was like, this shit isn't right. This shit isn't right. This shit isn't right. This isn't right. This isn't right. This line is wrong. This information is out of date. And I was just, as I kept doing it and I'm copying it over, I was like more and more pissed. And I was like, because the thing is, I don't feel like I have some sort of extraordinary intellect or some sort of eidetic memory where I never forget anything. And
come on, eidetic.
If I can know enough about all of these 15 projects, I mean, that is my job to know. I've got a 5,000 foot view. My boss has a 10,000 foot view. Her boss has a 20,000 foot view, and the boss above that got like a mile high view. But if I can know enough about all of these projects to look at the shit that you're keeping in your spreadsheet and say it's wrong, why is it that you, who only have to know about one project, or not even one project, one program, so maybe it's 5 projects that they got to know, and why can't you keep that information up? And you're supposed to do that on Friday before you leave. So why am I going through this shit and pulling together your updates, and here I am, because this is all on a shared drive, seeing you pulling the shit or in the same shit that I'm supposed to be. You're supposed to have that done on Friday before you dip, or you're supposed to have it done before I get in at 8 o'clock. So baby, the meeting start, and I'm just sitting there, foot is tapping under the table. So I give the little safety briefing, and then so I was like, let me get started. It was like,
get yourself together, pull together, say your prayer. Listen, ask for the anointing and you're a work of art, and you're a work in progress. You're trying to get it together.
So,
and the first thing out of my mouth was what?
First thing out of my mouth is like, everyone on this team is a highly compensated professional. There is no reason why you should be, your information stays wrong. If today is December the 4th, why are you still tracking dates from 7 months ago? That means you haven't updated this document, and so on and so forth. You have to be responsible for this one program. And yet the information that's in this spreadsheet doesn't match what the update is. You don't put in the information about the leadership thing. And then, so I said all of that, and I was getting more and more heated as I was going. And then I was like, your IOIs, your items of interest, are due at 5 o'clock on Tuesday, not 12 o'clock on Wednesday, not 4 o'clock on Thursday. You're supposed to update this spreadsheet before you leave on Friday at 5 o'clock. That's all you got to do for the one set of projects that you manage. So you got 5 projects that you need to manage. I have to know about 35 or 40 projects, and yet I know all of the updates on this. And that was actually when I said, everyone on this team is a highly compensated professional, which is my way of saying,
bitch, y'all are paid good money to do what the fuck y'all being asked to do. And
we can find somebody else to do this if you can't seem to get yourself together. So yeah, that was sort of how the week started, and it kept going like that, because I'm just like, it just feels like people just keep doing this slapdash bullshit. Like, and I keep saying this information comes from me to my boss, to her boss, who is the senior director, to his boss, who is the vice president for our department, to his boss, who is the senior or the executive vice president for the whole area. So it's not too many levels for this. So when you write up this information, bitch, spell check it for one. Two, you're just gonna be like, next meeting to be held soon. So when the fuck is soon? This is a report. When in a report do you say the project will be completed soon?
You got to give me a date. If you're saying
so when I started doing the day, I heard the voice of my old mentor, Leah. She was like, when the kids start, she didn't say it like this, but the gist of it was, when the kids start fucking around, start documenting. So when it's time to let a hoe go, understood. So instead of me just be like, hey, I think I sent them official email feedback on your IOIs. I put the line down and I was like, there is no date here. Your IOIs must have a date. Please remember that this goes all the way up the chain to senior leadership. And I'm pissed as I'm doing it because it took me like an hour and a half to put together all of this when I should not have to do this.
That's the part right there.
Because if I was working, if these were all interns and, they're not familiar with all of this stuff, everybody on this team got at least 20 years of experience. But you can't tell it sometimes by the quality of the work that they deliver on. Now, I will say, we work in IT, digital technology. They know about DT, but the job is 30%, 40% execution of DT, 60% project management and, paperwork and data analysis. It's not really a hard job generally, but they be making it hard because they keep fucking around and not doing. If they do their little part right and sort of paid attention to detail, then we would never have any problem. If before you dipped out on Friday, you went into your spreadsheet, updated your shit in it'd take you like 30 minutes. Because no one's asking for like War and Peace style updates. We're asking for like a 1 or 2 sentence update on what's going on. And that update needs to be like, project is at this level. Next meeting is on Thursday, December the 5th. Project will be complete by January the 4th. It's all we need.
Yeah, listen, the fact that you have to go through and now do all this shit, that creates more work for you as the manager, which pisses me off. Please don't create any more fucking work. I have enough work on my desk instead of this bullshit that you
Exactly. So we were not pleased. And as I kept talking, I was like, oh shit, I feel like I messaged like my girl on the side. She was like, is my tone too strident? She was like, let them bitches have it. Because she feels like she needs to do the same thing for her team. Because, it just feels like some of the people that we're working with is just like, girl, y'all just aren't really getting it. And then, you're going to want to be mad when the kids start talking about layoffs and other stuff. And then you're going to be like, well, how do we get here? Well, girl, we got here because you took what should be like a simple job and made it real hard for yourself. You made it hard on me, which ultimately makes it hard on you. And another thing, if you work for me, I need you to be clear on one big thing. Send me a message. Like we're on Teams. Like send me a Teams message.
Dear Mr. Dominion, I will be turning in this report by the close of business today.
No. Ask me. No. I'm sorry. We're playing the wrong way. Ask me a question.
Dear Dominion, when do you need this report finished and turned into you?
Hey, Epic. We need that by the end of the day. That's how I do because.
And then I would respond back and say, okay, so you'll have this back by close of business. Epic. That's it.
Exactly. Because during the workday, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m., you are working. You are working at home and in your pajamas or in your bra and panties or whatever the fuck it is that you want to wear, but you are working. That means if I, because I'm your boss, reach out to you, frankly, I expect an answer immediately, but I want to be a real ass about it because that's how it is for me. When my boss reaches out to me, if she's like, because she always starts off like Dominion, and then I'm always like, hey, what's going on? And then she'll get into whatever it is. Or sometimes, depending on how critical it is, she'll just call me. I'm at my desk. I'm right here where I am, just using a different computer. But if she messages me, hey, what's going on? Why is it taking some members of my team like 35, 45 minutes, an hour, 2 hours to get back to me?
Because their asses ain't working. And they not even paying attention to their fucking laptops. And they done walked away, went to the store and did some other shit or whatever the fuck they doing, but they not doing no work. Because once again, like you just said, bitch, there's not a stunt, a craft, it has been done, tried, successful and unsuccessful. Whatever the fuck it is.
You see these dirty screened ass phones? This is the personal phone. This is the work phone. If for some reason, and they both have Teams, my work Teams, and my email on them. Even if I don't, because I don't generally carry around this phone unless if I'm going to the office or on the train for work reasons or whatever, this phone stays at home. But this phone is always with me. So I know if someone messages me, all you have to do, if you message me, is be like, hey, what's up? Oh yeah, I'll get that back to you in like 15 minutes. Because generally, I'm at the furthest that I am from my desk is downstairs in the kitchen. And here's another thing. No one's saying you can't ever be away from your desk. No one's even saying you can't go to the grocery store or have a doctor's appointment. But girl, if you're not at your assigned workplace, you need to say something to somebody. Yeah. Not that I'm approving you being away from your desk. It's just that I have an expectation that you are at your desk.
And listen, we are all responsible adults, which is theoretically, but which is a problem for me because it becomes a speed bump because I have to remember and listen. No slighting of anybody on that has tuned into our show because baby, I love you to death. If you're tuning into this show and I probably have some relationship with you and I love you for just who you are. But baby, some of the 20-somethings that I work with, I have to catch myself and remember, like, are you just being a responsible adult by just saying, hey, can I leave a little bit early? I have X, Y, and Z, or
you can't just be dipping out in the middle of the day. If it's supposed to be 8 to 5.
Like I have someone, like I'm responsible for putting the schedule together for all the teams in my office. And today I noticed, yesterday I noticed that someone wasn't in. They're not on my direct team and not a direct report for me, but I noticed they're not here because I put the schedule together. And I was like, So then today I noticed they're not in today. And I said, now wait a minute. So I didn't email the supervisor and I was like, hey, is such and such supposed to be in today? And because they weren't here yesterday either. They were like, oh, well, they were off yesterday. But they're supposed to be, they're off today, but they were supposed to be in yesterday. And I was like, oh, okay, well, thank you. Like, that's all. She tried to pull the game of, I looked at the schedule and I got a little confused. I didn't know which day I was supposed to come in. I came in one day, but then I wasn't supposed to come in the other day.
What the fuck does that even mean? You're supposed to work every day between Monday and Friday.
But baby, she's the first person that'd be like, well, on the schedule, we come in 3 more days in a 30-day period than this person. Oh, but you don't know what the schedule look like? But okay. All right. Okay. I see how, okay.
And if you have confusion about whether you need to come in, you need to talk to the person who generated the schedule. You always assume that whoever is in charge knows what the schedule is. Now, if they fuck up, and they say, oh, Miss So-and-so, oh, you were off today, and you know that you was home, you were supposed to be at work, you can be like, well, Mr. So-and-so, Mr. Epic said that I was supposed to be off today, so I'm off. But yeah, no, you're not going to, again, there's no stunt, there's no craft that I have not tried to pull. Baby, I already know am taking time off but not putting it on the calendar bullshit so that the time don't count against my PTO bullshit. I already know that game. Before we could officially work at home, we sort of unofficially worked at home. Baby, I used to do that shit all the time. Baby, there is no stunt that you can pull that I haven't already pulled and already know how to gather. And so here's the thing. You don't even have to pull a stunt because now in the days of working remotely and whatever, and I've never been the kind of person that's like, you have to absolutely be chained to your desk between 8 and 5. But you need to have your phone with you because you never know when something is critical and someone needs you to respond. And even if it's never life or death because this is not the kind of work that we do. But if you work for me and I was like, hey, Epic, when are you going to give me that report? And and because see, here's the thing. I'm trying to keep the foolishness at bay for you because everybody's like right here with me.
But
and I'm not trying to pass that on to you. So instead of being, because someone's already come to me and was like, Dominion, I need a report right now. We needed it 5 minutes ago. It's already 30 minutes late. The VP is super excited, and we need to get this all done. And I'm like, okay, hey, Epic, when can you get that report to me? So I've tried to absorb that and not pass all that bullshit on to you. And then if you say, I'm away from my desk for 30 minutes and I will get back to you, that's fine because I can manage that with these people and say, we're going to get you that report in an hour because then I can say to you, all right, so when you get back, I need you to jump on this thing right quick and we got like 30 minutes to do it. So then when I tell this person an hour and a half, that still gives you time to get back from wherever the fuck it was that you were, gives you time to do the work that you needed to do for me to review it and then us to send it on and everyone's good. But if I got all of this and then you are nowhere to be found, it's a problem.
That's the part that I don't think people get. It's the people that are in your ear right here. And like you said, you're trying to shield them from that because you're like, right. Listen, and you ultimately know that, listen, I'm responsible for this, but let me get the people that work for me to do what the fuck I need them to do as expeditiously as possible so we can get this shit taken care of and there's no issues. Yes, but no one seems to get that. And I'm so happy that I promoted one of the people that work underneath me, and now they are getting to understand the bullshit
right
that I literally have shielded them from.
Right.
But okay. Now, the difference is she's going to be a tiny tyrant. I see it already. I see it. And I'm not even mad at her. But I did tell her, just in general, that you get more flies with, with honey than you do with shit. So I'm just saying.
Right.
But hey, when I ask you about your people, as long as I get the answers that I need, that's all I need. Hey. So anyway, but so that was the week, and your week ended on Sunday when we went to go see.
No. So before that, I'm trying to get this file to open. So hold on, let me pull it over here. I'm going to share this screen. Hold on, let me get her to stop. Go back to the beginning.
So, on a personal note, I'm getting ready to tell you all something. I don't know if you've really been paying attention to that young man over there on the other side of the screen with that black shirt on. But if you really pay attention to this motherfucker has lost probably 172 pounds in the past probably 3 years. Just so that we are perfectly clear, because I meant to tell you this when we were on Sunday when you were standing with the jumpsuit. She's like, "Bitch, I don't want to." We had that conversation with you about SpongeBob.
Yes. Oh yes, baby, and I got pictures of that too. So, well, thank you. I appreciate it.
But the bitch that lost like 172 pounds, and I was like, "Bitch," so I showed up with a little something I had in my closet. I figured out what I was going to go ahead and wear. And the bitch was trying to take it. I had to turn. I said to him, "It's too big for
you." Which it was not. You just didn't want me to wear it, but that's fine. So
it's too big for you.
So on Friday, I had been, if you are on TikTok and you live in DC, there's this thing called the Winter Lantern Festival. that they have. So we went to go see that, and that was really fun. So this is just a quick hyperloop video of the thing. So hold on, let me get it back to the beginning.
This is cute.
So it was in Tyson's Corner, right on that little plateau where they usually have like the Cirque du Soleil.
Ah, okay. Purdy.
Yeah, some of these. I mean, I took like 1,000 pictures. So after I took the pictures, then I sort of did this quick walkthrough because we just don't have time to do it. But I mean, these were beautiful, and some of them had like moving parts and things. It was just really nice.
It's really nice. It is really nice.
That Island of Misfit Toys that we just passed was super nice too.
I saw the globe spinning. I'm like, oh, we have all the interactive parts and stuff.
Yeah.
This looks like a dragon. Oh, and there's the head. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, black butterfly.
Right.
Across the waters. Tell your sons and your daughters what the struggle brings. Black butterfly. Ooh, come on. They were jellyfish. Okay.
Yeah. So it was some really nice things to see. So it was a cute little thing. And then after that, we went to dinner at this little Mexican spot in Tyson's Corner that had the best guacamole. It was really good guacamole. But the thing was, so we get there, right, and we get the bill, and the bill is, yes, Josh, you should definitely take Trey there. I think he'll like that. And so the bill comes. So first, before when we sat down, it was the waiter was like, hey, I'm the waiter's assistant. I'm new and everything. And so between him and the waiter, they didn't seem to really know what was on the menu because I was like, hey, can I get this drink with frozen? It was like, we don't do frozen drinks. I was like,
it says frozen.
Frozen right here. And he was like, oh, let me check the bar. I was like, check the bar. So anyway, they didn't really seem to know what was on the menu. So when the bill came, the bill was like $135. Okay, for two people, we didn't have like 2 drinks apiece. We didn't have appetizers. We didn't have food, so it was cool. They bring it's me and the boyfriend. So, we just always just put 2 cards down, say split it down the middle. And so that's what, almost $70 a piece, right? So that's how much we expect the bill come. We come back and they only charge $6.30 on each one of our cards.
I'm sorry. Was there a question that was asked yet? I just want to make sure I didn't miss the question.
The question is, so you know what we did.
Okay. I just want to make sure okay. All right.
I round that bitch up to $20 so that they could get a cute little tip out of it and then dipped. And then the boyfriend was walking on snow. I was like, let's go.
Baby, why does everybody have that one friend to be like, but bring your ass. Come on here. Come on here.
So, so that was that. So, yeah. And then, so on Sunday, first of all, I got to show you one thing. Hold on. Let me open up. I have gotten into my whole.
Oh, and you know what? One other thing. I'm looking in here. I can't see all the people. I see Midas. Did you show up in here yet? I don't think Midas is in here yet. Let me know when that man show up in here. Anybody, and you see him, he log in. Midas, okay. Show yourself up in there. I ain't seen you yet. I need to talk to my grandbaby real quick. But anyway, go ahead.
So my ultimate bouginess has been achieved.
Bitch, are these the cabinet? I mean, the trays that you put inside the refrigerator, bitch? Because you get ready to.
No, bitch, that is a plastic milk carton for your beverages. So I have replaced. Yes, that is a milk carton.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's. I don't know if I can rotate this. I'm new to.
No. I just had to.
I rotated it the wrong way.
Wait a minute. I was like, all right.
Oh, looks like I got to keep rotating it left until it gets. to the right. Yeah. So so that is a milk carton that's plastic. So I was like, oh bitch, I'm about to step my bougie up. So I replaced the orange juice bottle, the iced tea bottle, and the almond milk bottle with these bottles in the refrigerator. I felt so rich, white woman, filling up those containers with juice.
I got nothing to say on it. And I've seen them before, and I kept
And
looking.
they're only like $10.
Yeah, but I keep looking at them. And I'm like, so I'm gonna buy the container to then throw the container away after I just put it in this container. And I was like,
Well, so
but that's only one way of looking at it. You know
right. I mean, so one thing is that now you know exactly how much there is of a given substance.
Oh, absolutely.
And then also, like at least the way that my refrigerator is made, these modern refrigerators are designed to hold like 4 of these simultaneously. But like the container that the tea was in previously didn't really fit. So you could only fit like 3 things in there. So this allows me to pack the food in there differently. And like I got a little thing to fit the eggs and everything. So when we get the eggs, we take the eggs out of the carton, and I have all of my sauces on little lazy Susans now in the store. Bitch, let me tell you, I've stepped my life up with
Gardner, of the refrigerator. No, girl, no. Barefoot Contessa of the food refrigerator pantry bougie. No, girl. But listen, I'm gonna support you because listen, that's what friends do. I'm gonna support the shit out of you, bitch. Listen, I'm gonna support all his bouginess, all of it.
Right. And so this was us at the Renaissance movie.
Can we talk about the motherfucking the decorations that they gave?
Baby, this was the most bootleg ass decoration I have ever seen in my life.
I was like, this is what the fuck you giving for a fucking silver lame fucking with the thing and the. Listen, that's all of us having a motherfucking ball. The birthday girl was sitting there. She was giving our asses and cupcakes. That's what she was giving.
Yes, and I love those silver boots that she had on. And this was, let me see if this is a slightly better picture. This jacket and shirt that Epic had on was everything. So it was a black sequin t-shirt underneath, and this black, it wasn't really sequin, but sort of this shiny fabric material. And I was just so into it, and I really tried to mop him for it.
And listen, I'm gonna tell you, that was a $12 purchase, honey. When you go online with it, and I literally am still looking for it because I was like, God damn it, now I got to find it again. So of course, when I find it, of course it's probably not gonna be $12, but that's all right. But I got to find it.
And so my jumpsuit. So this shirt it's a little turtleneck, and it was burgundy with these silver bar style sequins on it.
Mm-hmm.
And a little jumpsuit from ASOS, and the shoes were from ASOS too. So Lola, we were at the AMC Hoffman.
Right.
And yes, I love fridge talk too, baby. I am really replacing everything in my refrigerator with those little containers and drawers and everything. When you come for cookies and cocktails, you'll see it. You'll see my whole refrigerator is going to be turned out.
But see, here's the thing. All of that looks great when you have food in the refrigerator and the shit is filled. But bitch, when it's empty, bitch, you'll be like, what the fuck? Fucking plastic landmine. But anyway, back to the actual.
So, what were your thoughts on the movie?
So, okay. So first of all, y'all know we went to the concert and we were sitting. I was making a joke about
all the way at the top of this. We were like, what were we? We weren't at the top because there was a whole section above us, but
right. Well, not there was the top of that section, but we were in that top section.
No, there was a whole section in front behind us.
I thought we were at the bottom of that section.
There was a whole section behind us.
Well, either way, here's where we were
still at the top.
We were not touching the hem of God. We were touching God's face. That's what we were touching. That's
right.
That we were. But here's the thing, and I said to Dominion, and I also said to Grace, I'm glad I came because it was like I was seeing a whole new concert. Right. Because a lot of the shit that we saw on that night, even though we were watching the screens and everything else, and we saw a clear view of the stage, which I will continuously say that it was absolutely gorgeous. and she talked about it in the movie as well, like how it was made and how large and all this other stuff. But it was like I saw a brand new show. Like I was seeing it for the first time. Like I was able to pay attention to choreography, which was like amazing for me. And I was like, what? Then I realized that what's his face was actually in the damn tour. Jonta Austin.
Who was that?
He did Single Ladies. He's the guy who choreographed Single Ladies.
Yeah.
So he was the one with the blonde with the
yes.
Really much. That's Jonta. But and on top of that,
I thought it was Dante. I thought that was how his name was.
His name was Jonte.
Jonte. Okay.
Right. And on top of that, he also danced with Janet, and he was actually at the Super Bowl. Yesterday, he danced with her then.
So to refresh your memory, this was our view when we went to see the show in August. So you see, if you can see where my arrow is pointing, we were just above this railing in that section. So it was a clear and uninterrupted view, but Beyonce looked like an ant from that size. And so, I mean, these were very high definition screens, but going to the movie, it was like you was right there in her face, like you were 10 feet from the stage.
Yes. And it was amazing. And so I will say to anybody, well, first of all, I'll say to anybody, if you weren't able to go see the tour, definitely go and see the movie. While it's not going to give you everything that the tour gave you, maybe it's going to give you enough.
It's going to give you the most, because at least in the theater that we went to with that IMAX sound system, that bass was everything.
We were all sitting there, and I was like, bitch, what?
Yes. That whole and you know what, people have talked about that. I saw at least a couple of TikToks. It was like, yeah, I went to go see Godzilla or some other movie. It was like we couldn't hear our fucking movie because the bass from Renaissance was so fucking loud in the theater next door.
Baby, it was. I will definitely say it is worth the extra to go and see it if you can see it in a IMAX. I don't know if you're in IMAX or whatever, or if it's a because that would have been amazing to go see it down at the Air and Space Museum as well.
Yeah, they aren't really doing those IMAX at the Air and Space Museums anymore, because that would have been great to see it in like a 70-foot tall screen.
That would have been great. But yes, I was so glad.
Hold on, pause. So Dylan says the movie was giving, and so Dylan texted me on Friday and was like, "Hey, so me and the slave are having date night. Should we go see the Renaissance movie or Godzilla?" And I was like, bitch, I cannot believe you asked me that fucking question.
Like, how is that a question? First of all, you need to see both, but you also need
to see, because Godzilla -1 is apparently every fucking thing.
Right, but you need to see Renaissance first. Hello, that's in your contract. That is in your contract that you got when
exactly.
You Come on, get it together, Dylan.
It's in the motherfucking terms and conditions. What the fuck?
Come on, you know what this is. The hell. But yes, I will say that definitely go and check it out if you weren't able to check out the tour.
So actually what he said, should Slave and I go see Renaissance movie or Hunger Games? And I said, I'm going to pretend like you didn't ask that question. And then he said, now I got to figure out what to wear. And I said, silver, of course.
Yeah. Hello.
No, it wasn't Godzilla. It was the Hunger Games. But I was like, yeah, I'm just going to pretend like you didn't ask that question. So yeah.
Also, Dylan, I forgot. Can we get some updates on what you were texting me about? Hopefully, you heard something or something. Okay, all right. But all I will say is definitely go and see it.
I got to share you one more picture. So remember, I told you I bought that fur coat.
It's not giving Chihuahua, because listen, Chinchilla Revlon is here. She's already in. She's in the group. And you said it was a fur coat. I'm like, all right, it's cool, but it's really giving me more like a mink. It's giving me like.
I know, and baby, I just can't stop touching it. When I put it on, I'll be like. And let me tell you, I don't know that it looks real or not real, because I'm not an expert on minks, but I love wearing it. She is super warm. I got her from Forever 21, and she was only $35.
Let me tell you something about mink. If you look at a black cat, that's literally what a mink coat should look like.
Mm-hmm.
Like shiny. When I look at my child, it's like it's that shiny, it's that rich, it's that soft.
Yeah.
But yeah, but it's a cute coat though, and it looks like, but you look like you was warm. Shit.
It was very warm, but not hot. I didn't feel like I was about to burn up. But baby, that coat keeps you very warm for $35. It was even for full price because it was half price. I got it on Black Friday from Forever 21. They were having a 50% off almost everything in the store, and she was $70, $69.99, and 50% off. I was like $35 sold.
Yeah, I get it. I listen. That's some of the best stuff. That's So here's the thing, and correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody else that's here, I think we all have a tendency that we can be clothes whores, and I think that I, fortunately or unfortunately, had a mother that is very much a clothes whore. So like. Mm-hmm. I hated math growing up, and I hated doing percentages and stuff like that. And so I was at this age where, like, even learning my times tables, I remember it as being traumatic. My mother was like standing over me with a belt trying to make me memorize stuff, and I was like, I just hated it. But when my mother made it fun for me and centered it around clothes and doing percentages and all that type of stuff and discounts or whatever, baby, it started making sense. I was like, okay, here we go. So it started at a very young age about buying clothes. But at this age of 52, I feel like now I got to a point where, and I was having this conversation with Grace, it's not that I don't want to shop anymore, but it seems like I still buy the same stuff over and over again. Like it fits in this same sort of thing for me.
Well, you know what I have tried to do? Like, so the reason I had on that outfit, right, was because, now that, I am losing weight, I was like, what I'm going to try to do. I mean, it's not that I don't already wear colors, but I'm going to be a little bit more experimental and whatever. And when I put on that outfit that we wore to Renaissance, I was like, please don't let me look like listen.
SpongeBob.
Everyone is beautiful in the eyes of God, but this woman had on this tan jumpsuit, and she really was shaped like Oswald Cobblepot. And I was just like, when I put on this jumpsuit and this turtleneck, please don't let me look like that. And when I saw her, I pointed her out to Epic. I was like, do I look like that in this thing? And he was like, no, you don't. But that was my big concern, is that I don't want to look like a fool. But you know what I did feel? Not so much that. I felt like I was too old to be dressed like that.
Go ahead. But that's the thing. And I feel like I've had some of those, like I feel like, well, for a couple of different reasons, I feel like I'm too old for skinny jeans. And we're not going to talk about the fact that they're just not in my size. But what I'm saying is, even if I feel like I'm too old for that, like that whole look for me doesn't really work for me.
I'm fine now with tighter jeans because they sort of can fit my body a little better. But what I don't wear is those jeans that are they're designed for people with no body, black, white, or otherwise, where the whole rise of the jeans is like this. I was like, no, baby, I need some fabric.
This is
right. These jeans need to come all the way up under this gut and cover all of that. And I don't need to change the way that I walk because these pants don't fit right.
Baby.
Well, so I'm in my rich white woman phase, and my new rich white woman phase is multicolored pearls.
Come on, multicolored pearls. This
is what I want for Christmas. So anybody that gets me these pearls, they are $900. This is a bracelet. Though the bracelet is only $400. The matching necklace is like $900. Anybody that gets me the necklace and bracelet combination can do anything to me or with me for 35 minutes.
This is where we are. We are pimping ourselves out for jewelry.
Yes, I am. I am pimping myself out for pearls.
It has come to this point. We are pimping ourselves out for pearls. Lord have mercy. This is where
I'm a pearl pimp. Yes.
I mean, this is where we are, because he's a PIMP pimp. That's where he is. He's a pearl pimp.
Yes.
Pearl pimp. Not 35. Lola, listen. That comment alone says that you are entertaining something. You sit there, you slide the abacus on a couple credit cards. What is going on? Because listen, if you got that much room, wait a minute, I got another computer that I need to get. Matter of fact, I got a couch I want to get. It's not even gonna be as expensive as the jewels and the, listen. I'm gonna cut into his stuff, but I only need about 1,000. That's all I need, about 1,000.
Right. So I got a few TikToks for us to watch.
Cool. Did you include the did you include the one that I said?
When did you send the TikTok?
When I said it was a message I sent.
Oh, on Facebook?
Yes, on Facebook.
Yeah, that message didn't come up. So let me see if I can find it again. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
But I saw that you had sent something and it said for the show, but I couldn't actually open any attachment.
But you watched? No, I'm talking about the one before that. That was the one I was saying.
Oh, that one. Okay, so so I'll pull that one up too.
Oh, yeah, okay.
All right, so we'll start with this one.
I would hate to have to bring my other daughter out. She hasn't knocked a couple of people lately, but she's been dying to dance with the devil.
Ciao. Oh, can I say this? When their name was Sylvan, because I don't know, I can't think of what her name is right now. Shit, it's on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of it. But anyway, I would have loved to have seen a piece, even though he had nothing to do with Renaissance. Sylvan is definitely one of those ballroom legends that is absolutely fucking hilarious. And if you think Kevin's story that because he was in Renaissance as well, if you thought he was funny on the microphone, Sylvan, when we had Sylvan, because I can't remember what her name is at this particular point, but baby,
MC
Deborah, thank you.
Yeah.
When MC Deborah gets on the mic, baby, MC Deborah is hilarious, but Sylvan was fucking hilarious. But that's all I was saying. Go ahead.
All right, so this one is, I gotta share the right tab. I'll go. This is the one that you would send to me.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Let me go forward.
Holy shit. No, this is literally your driver. He has to be there. Yeah. Should I move my car? Yeah. Okay.
Bitch. It's a kid.
So, I promise you, I do not believe in spanking, but we got to do something, because what the fuck? What the entire fuck will possess you to be sitting your ass, because that child should have been sitting in the back in a seat or in the side seat. What possessed your ass to get into the driver's seat and do that? So there's got to be some repercussions. There's got to be some punishments for 9 to 12 months. And I bet you're about to tell me that you did something similar.
So all I'm going to say is she was a wee lad, probably about 7, 8, 9, 10-ish.
Mm-hmm.
About that same age where I was, and I was with all the friends because where I lived on 72nd Street, and we had all our friends together, and we was all with Miss Margaret, all piled into this car. It was like a 1970 something Nova or something. It was this big car, still hard than a motherfucker. Well, guess who decides to come from the back seat, wedge themselves up in between both the seats, and then reach and pull on the gear shift and the car rolls back and hits the damn cement post in the ground. Guess who did not get hurt? But guess who did get hurt? And I did not get hurt because I was wedged in between the seats.
That guy.
So, once again, not a stunt, not a trick, not a move that we haven't done.
Right.
But going back to that young baby, that little baby, because I thought she was hilarious. Please.
But before we do this, I saw this, Stevie Wonder asked to meet with President Biden and Vice President Harris. And I'm like,
I don't know. Stevie, I appreciate you. But I don't know how you're going to demand to meet with. Well, I don't know about demand.
So it says Wonder 73. He's only 73. I thought he was older than that, but sure. Who served as a civil rights activist and humanitarian throughout his decades-long career, expressed his frustration over the civil and legal rollbacks impacting Black communities and wanted to meet with the Biden-Harris administration to discuss his concerns.
Listen, I will say that Stevie always tries to use his power for good from what it seems. Because I don't, I like Stevie and, I know he's a part of my history and a lot of, people's history as far as his music and his artistry. And then, also with his activism. But use your powers for good. And I think that was it's a good thing, but I don't know how bold I am to be. Like, I don't know how bold I am to request to meet with the president. And I'm an entertainer. But hey, I get it. But if that's what you want to do, Stevie, okay.
I feel like if I was a president, I'd be like, yes, it's not that I don't want to meet with you, but I also don't want to encourage people to just be like, yeah, I could schedule a meeting with the president of the United States.
He's taking a cue from that damn Steve Harvey when he went to go meet with Trump, I guess.
Sure. And how'd that work out?
Well, it's whatever.
So anyway, let's move forward.
I really wanted McDonald's.
You want to go in the house?
Girl, no ma'am. You playing with
I
my
didn't think
time.
so.
Sit over here and do all this.
You better watch
Go
your
ahead,
eyes.
Mama. Go ahead, because I'm really trying
Ryan?
to just keep it cool on you.
Don't.
Baby,
Look
you
at
really
me.
playing too much with my time. Because you my mama. I'm trying to let you make it. I'm really
You
trying
better
to let
watch
you
it.
make
You
it.
really better watch it.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Look at my nails. I wonder if you can fit me in there.
No, what?
Ooh, color
I'm really
pink,
gonna
cute.
have to. I'll go,
Put a little tip
girl.
on up.
That girl.
I really wanted McDonald's.
You want to go in?
That little girl is just like, is so unbothered.
Baby, the way. I was like, if I was that young and I can be that expressive at that young, woo, baby. Oh my God. Lord.
All right, next.
Can you serve? No, like.
First
Can
of
you serve?
all,
No, like serve. Can you serve?
that quote unquote serve is a chop for me.
Listen, the idea that they had in their head that they was giving it, baby, I'm gonna give you your tens just for just because you felt
Because you know what? Because it do take nerve.
it do take nerve. It do take nerve to get in front of you bitches.
Right. So now I want you to listen to this and think about what happened in our chapter last year.
Oh God.
You don't have a lawyer. I am so tired of hearing people respond to some sort of injustice by saying, you know what? I'll just call my lawyer. You haven't seen a doctor in like 3 years. You have not had a flu shot in 6, but you have a lawyer on retainer. Your tags are expired and have been expired for 3 months, but you have a lawyer on retainer. You know what? You probably don't even have the money to take someone to like small claims court. Oh, I'm going to call my lawyer. Oh, I'm going to call my lawyer. Well, then do it right now. Why aren't you doing it right now? I have my attorney on retainer and they want to speak to the manager. What's her name? Her name's Diana. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Here you go. My lawyer that was on retainer. Well, guess what? I called them and they want to talk to you. Uh-huh.
We all know at least one person who is like, oh, bitch, I would just call my lawyer. It was like, bitch, you know. And when that happened in our chapter, I was like, that girl ain't got no lawyer. Don't even worry about it. Because I remember the powers that be was like, well, he said he was going to call a lawyer. I was like, he ain't got no fucking lawyer. Because bitches that have a lawyer don't need to tell you I'm calling a lawyer. The lawyer just show up or the papers arrive. You don't have to make, like people that really have lawyers just handle their shit. They don't need to be on, in fucking Target threatening the bitch that worked the cash register, talking about, I'm just going to call my lawyer. And Target got a fucking lawyer.
Child, you fuck with Target. Listen, Target is a motherfucking, Target is I don't know, it's a whole mafia type of situation. I don't know. These big corporations, baby, they be taking motherfuckers out. I don't know about that.
So this last one.
I hope you had a good day today, dear.
Well, it would have been better had you have called me, maybe to let me know that you were thinking about me, miss me just a little bit.
You know I care about you. For 3 years I've cared about you. And you're a fine one to complain. Always stopping at the gym working on those precious delts.
Well, speaking of the gym, yes, I did my butt blaster step aerobics tape today, and my ass is throbbing.
Ooh, that sounds good. But did you take care of these dogs?
Yeah, can't you see? Thing and Trouble had their appointments this morning. Got their coats permed and groomed and their nails French tipped. You know I love it like that.
Yeah, that's funny. I keep finding little dog hairs all over my suit.
You know, you've been home for 10 minutes and you're already complaining. That's why the dogs don't like to sit with us.
I'm sorry. I know you try.
I will just say that was an introduction to the world's worst porno, and yet I would still watch it.
Because I was like, where are we going with this? I was like, what is that? What?
So you recognize that was Jeff Stryker.
Right, and I recognize the black guy too. I've seen
and so I would like to see that black guy getting gutted down deeply by Jeff Stryker. So I would watch it, but I would be like, thank God we live in the age of the DVD. Well, the DVD, or actually the MP4, because I'd have just been like, skip.
Like and during the preview, this like, okay, right there. That's what I need.
Exactly, because all of this preamble, I don't give even a single shit about.
Yeah, I don't want to see you sucking dick. I don't want to see you eating ass. I want this. Is what I want to see.
Right.
Get right to that.
Right. And remember when we used to have to watch the shit on a tape, and you have to literally be like, and then if you had like a good VCR, it did the rewind at the 2 times, the 4 times, and the 8 times.
Baby, I remember the first one that I had, or that I was able to use, had the remote control you had to plug in. I remember, like, oh my God. And then I remember getting a VCR on my own for Christmas. Baby, that thing went with me to college. And when I tell you that VC aura, as my grandmother was in, that VC aura, ooh, it got me through some shit.
Yes.
I found that little video store or not far from the school. I said, what? I can adult film? What? Baby, I was all in it. All in it. All in it. But hey, you know, times have changed. We've gotten older. We have new technology. We can just put our finger on the screen and slide it across now.
Yes. I do want to remind people that next week is our last show of this season.
Yes.
And you know what we will be doing? We will be crowning the stunt queen of 2023.
Yes.
So if you have nominations for, so far we've got 3 nominations for stunt queen. We've got former Congressperson George Santos, Bob Melendez, and Will and Jada Smith.
So that's 2 people because they're 2 separate people.
They're co-stunt queens.
They're co-stunt queens, but they both can be.
Right, check this out. A tie. What do you mean a tie?
Wait, and then they got like,
right. So if you have other nominations for Stunt Queen of the Year, please send them to me or Dominion or Epic on Facebook, please.
Yes.
Or Twitter or Instagram.
We had another one. Oh, I'm going back in here because that was one of the things that Midas had asked me about. He said, who was it that he said? Oh, Jonathan Majors. He was nominating as well.
But is Jonathan Majors a stunt queen or just probably a domestic abuser?
Well, there was some other crap that came out about him talking about his girlfriend wanted to act like Coretta Scott King. And
oh yeah, I got that on the list. I got that as another story to talk about. So I'm adding Jonathan Majors to the list.
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead and get into your stories.
So yeah. Okay. So listen. All right. I'm gonna jump into this really quickly. So okay. So we all know, and I don't know about y'all, but I love Kelly Clarkson. She was the first American Idol. I love Kelly Clarkson. I feel like she's very talented. I love her music. The majority of her music I love. And I dig the fact that this young chick, when I say she can sing just about any fucking thing, like I love Kelly. So I've never seen a concert, but I love Kelly though. But anyway, so Kelly
device is ready to pair.
Okay, so Kelly,
the ring you gave to her turns her finger green. I hope when you're in bed with her, you think of me. I would never wish bad things, but I don't wish you well.
Listen.
Could you tell by the flames that burned your world? I never read your letter, 'cause I do what you say. Give me that Sunday school answer, trying to make it all okay. Does it hurt to know I never be there? To know I'd never be there. It was you that chose to end it like you did. I was the last to know you knew exactly what you were doing. Don't say you simply lost your way. He may believe you, but I never will. Never again.
2 of my favorites. Since you've been gone in a moment like this, I'm just saying.
Since You've Been Gone is cool, but Never Again just turns me all the way out. Because like it's just like the grittiness and the whatever in her voice. You know what that reminds me of? That story that Beyonce told about how they overworked her voice and how she didn't speak for a whole year, and that was how she was able to learn how to access the growl.
No, it was a month. She said.
Oh no, I thought it was the whole summer.
It was the month.
Well, maybe not a whole year, but it was like the whole summer, I thought.
Yeah, she said it was a whole month that she couldn't speak.
Okay. And then the story that she told, like at the very beginning, she was like, "So, can we get like a wide fisheye lens?" And they were like, they don't make any wider. And she was like,
But I was looking
really?
online and I saw
Really? Because I just found a wider one, and I was like, y'all just gonna try to. It wasn't that it was Beyonce. It was that this is a woman, this is a person who is an expert in her field.
Yeah.
And you're just without even looking, just gonna be like, yeah, they don't do that. So I saw a TikTok that was like, if they'll do this to Beyonce, what do you think they do to like just the everyday woman at work, and how like men will talk over women or try to mansplain, shit to them. So anyway, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, even if you are that person providing that service, even if you said, well, yeah, I mean, they do make it, but it's kind of, at this particular point, it's hard to get or whatever. That was literally like just straight lying. Like you just lied.
Right, and you just didn't even want to be bothered with looking at it. And I'm like, I'm sure Beyonce is paying y'all very well. I would have been like, you know what? I'm not aware of any, but let me at least go look.
Right. But anyway, so back to Kelly. So anyway, so y'all know that Kelly, Kelly and her husband have, they were together, but they are divorced. And so her ex-husband, Brandon Blackstock, who is Reba McEntire's son, has been ordered to pay the Stronger singer more than $2.6 million in connection with several business deals he improperly orchestrated. So here's the thing. As Clarkson's manager, he conducted contract deals on her behalf that should have been handled by her agent, according to documents obtained by People. Now, early this month, the California Labor Commissioner ruled that the singer's ex must pay $2,641,374 for the fees he collected from these deals, which included contracts with The Voice and the Billboard Music Awards. Now, quote unquote, under the Talent Agencies Act, a manager, like any person without a talent agency license, cannot procure or attempt to procure employment for artists. Now, this is what the ruling states, according to People. Blackstock's attorneys have filed to appeal this ruling. Now, Clarkson 41 and Blackstock 46 started dating in 2013. They got married the same year. The American Idol season 1 winner filed for divorce from Blackstock in 2020, and their split was finalized 2 years later. They shared 2 children. And if you have been paying attention to Kelly Clarkson, when she sings, she's actually just sang a song recently where she changed the words and kind of talked about her relationship. Kelly is a beast, and she sounds good singing it. So, go check out Kelly. But good for her that she was able to get her money back, and good for her that she was able to let people know, much like Beyonce did, maybe you just can't walk all over top of me and just take my money and not give me what I want. So,
right. But
whatever. Okay. So listen, in the land of breakups as well, I know you guys have heard that Jeannie Mai and Jeezy they're on the outs and they're having some moments. Well, according to TMZ, Jeannie Mai more than insinuates that her estranged husband is guilty of infidelity. Her lawyer writes, quote, wife reserves the right to amend this counterclaim to add other grounds for divorce, but which wife does not wish to specify herein at this time, in the hopes that this matter can be resolved without having to disclose such conduct publicly. But here's the problem. It gets a little bit more pointed. It's stated that the wife further shows that the court should enforce paragraph 8 of the prenup arrangement regarding infidelity, which provides in pertinent part that in the event that either party engages in sexual relations, an emotional relationship, or is emotionally or sexually suggestive in communication with a third party via all forms of electronic communications, including but not limited to texting, sexting, FaceTiming, social media, and or direct messages, shall result in a significant financial penalty upon the adulterous party. In other words, she's accusing that nigga of lying and being unfaithful and claiming that he's got to cough up a bunch of dough as a result. Now, listen, her coming out with these cheating allegations is super interesting, as was first mentioned, because Jeannie was accused of cheating on Jeezy with Access Hollywood host Mario Lopez, which a source has proven that, well, not proven, but told that it was just BS. So this is interesting, and we're going to see what's getting ready to go on in the case of Jenny Mai versus Jeezy. We're going to see how this is going to roll out. And you guys do know that they are still married. They share a daughter, she's a beautiful young lady, a beautiful little girl. So yeah, hopefully they can work that out as well. But I got to also talk about this as well, because in TMZ, it's divorce time. Our girl Cardi B is making a New Year's resolution promising to drop all the dead weight in her life. Now, this is a vow that comes on the heels of unfollowing her husband Offset on Instagram. Now, she recently told her followers on Instagram Live that they should not wait for 2024 to change their lives, because that's exactly what she's doing. Cardi also vowed to make adjustments to her music career and personal life, pointing out that she knows where she wants to be. Then as she got emotional, she said, you got to get rid of dead weight. And when it comes to dead weight, I'll say mentality, procrastination, laziness, and people. A lot of people are dead weight too. She also added that next year is going to be all about me. Now, her statements come one day after she unfollowed Offset, and he unfollowed her as well on their respective Instagram platform. Now, that's some indication that there's some issue going on in paradise, whatever that is. There's some trouble there. But she clearly alluded to marital problems on Monday as she posted, when you outgrow relationships. She also added that I'm tired of protecting people's feelings. I got to put myself first. Now, the kicker is Offset then posted a famous clip from the 1983 film Scarface that suggests that he's the brains behind all their achievements. These ain't even subliminal shots at this point. It's interesting, though, that they're not calling each other out by name, not yet. So we're going to see how this is going to turn out, because, again, with Cardi B and Offset, they're on again, off again, on again, off again. And this week, or at this particular point, it's alluding that they're off. So we'll see how that's going to go.
This is one of those couples that we all know, them couples that they're like, girl, I'm going to leave. And then they was like, no, we back together. And at some point you get exhausted and be like, bitch, don't talk to me about this no more. Because I just don't really give a fuck at this point. Because I tried to be invested, and I tried to tell you to leave him because he wasn't good for you, but you took his ass back. And then I was like, okay, girl, you said you was going to work it out. But this is like the third time you taking him back. So I don't really want to hear it no more. I'm over it.
So that is, in short, the conversation that I had with Grace about an old flame of hers. I was just like, please don't let me know about it. I don't worry about that.
Right.
But anyway, next. So we got a surprise. We had a surprise appearance, it's a surprise appearance at the Critics' Choice Association celebration of cinema and television, honoring Black, Latino, and Asian American Pacific Islander achievements on this past Monday. Jamie Foxx showed up, and he was honored, but his honor wasn't announced in advance. He received the Vanguard Award for his performance in The Burial and took to the stage unassisted, showing off his trademark wit and humor as he discussed the health challenges he's faced this year. He says, I couldn't do that 6 months ago. I couldn't actually walk to the stage. And I'm not a clone. Talking about his movie, They Cloned Tyrone. He said, I know a lot of people saying that I was cloned out there. But he said, it feels good to be here. He's cherishing every single minute now. It's different. He said, I wouldn't wish what I went through on my worst enemy, because it's tough when it's almost over. When you see the tunnel, I saw the tunnel. I didn't see the light. It was hot in that tunnel too. He's like, I don't know where I was going, but shit, am I going to the right place? So he went on to explain to the new appreciation he felt for his life and his career, saying that he has new respect for life, his new respect for his art. He watched so many movies and listened to so many songs, trying to have time go by. He's like, don't give up on your art, man. Don't give up on your art when you realize that it could be over like that. He said, I got to tell you, don't give up your art. Don't let them take that art from you. Mm-hmm. There were a total of 23 awards that were passed out during the emotional evening, and there were several honorees that came to tears speaking about their journey. Edward James Olmos, Ken Jeong, Charles D. King, Divine Joy Rudolph, Kemp Powers, Makoto Shinkai, Alan Hughes, Jessica Williams, Oscar Montoya, Lee Sung-jin, Teyana Taylor, Camilla Marone, and Kevin Woodard were also toasted at the event. And I'm glad that I saw Teyana Taylor's name there, because I like Teyana Taylor. I think she is a very talented young lady. And the fact that she gave up her music after not having her last album nominated for a music award pissed me off because she just got into this space, as far as I'm concerned, where it's good music. Like I love this last album by her. So I'm hoping and praying at some point we see something else from her. Like I got life off of her being on the Masked Singer, and she did that whole Shaka Khan thing, which she eventually won. So it's like, come on, girl, give us something. Even if she did that, like I would love it. But I know she has her creative things going on with the company that she's the CEO as, I think, or creative director as right now. But we'll see. Lastly, I want to let you guys know, do you guys remember Amy Robach and TJ Holmes? They were the newscasters that were dating on Good Morning America. Well, Amy Robach and TJ Holmes, their exes, Andrew Shue and Marilee Fiebig, respectively, are now dating. So, according to People, they've learned that the ex-spouses of the former Good Morning America's co-anchors sparked a romantic connection as they bonded over their shared experience of splitting from their partners when Robach and Holmes got together. Now, Robach and Holmes had a new podcast, and they were talking about it on their show about their romance and how it became public knowledge. And it was saying that it became known in November as photos of them cozying up to each other surfaced. And at the time, they had not confirmed their separation from their spouses at that particular point. Now, this was in November of 2022. In December, Robach and Holmes were temporarily removed from the daytime television program. And the following month, it was officially announced that they would not be returning to their roles with ABC News. Now, on Tuesday's episode of their podcast, like I was saying, they cleared up the timeline of their romance and revealed that they each had been living separately from their estranged spouses prior to pursuing a romantic relationship with each other. And what they said was, as of November 30th of that particular year, that was the day that they were outed. And to be clear, they were outed as being in a relationship, but everyone else thought they were being outed as adulterers, but being outed as cheating on our spouses, and it wasn't the case. They said, Holmes said that we shouldn't have allowed, and I can say that in hindsight, for folks to find out about our relationship before they found out about our divorces. The couple noted that they had already prepared a draft statement, which was never released, on November 30th about the news of their divorces and current relationships. Holmes continued and said, we thought we were protecting our children and our families, and we thought that we had time, and we thought that we had a right to privacy, and maybe that was foolish and silly. Well, when you're in front of the public at that level, I mean, people kind of want to know, but I'm not saying that it's right or wrong.
I want to know.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but you put it out there. You're in front of them, so they're gonna want to know about you. So
right.
I if y'all are, as long as everyone's happy and everyone's together, everybody's good, that's great. But y'all could have had a good old polyamorous relationship already and called it. But hey, if it works for y'all already broken up and everybody's with who they want to be with, then that's fine too. So hey, that's all I got.
Chad, there ain't nobody, the kids ain't ready for that.
Well, clearly. But
well, all right. Let's roll this beautiful bean footage.
Okie dokie. So, first of all, I didn't even see Bougie Girl come into the room. Hey, Bougie.
Yes, stuck in at the last minute.
But I'm laughing because she said the only thing worse than trauma bonding is trauma penis.
I mean, that's true.
That is true because I've had some trauma penis, and I think I'm still attached to one of them. Headstrong and wait. Hold up. First of all, welcome, Headstrong. I think is this the first time you've been in the room? I'm not sure, but welcome.
I think maybe the second or third time.
Okay, well, good to see you again. But K-Wood.
Yes, no, it's actually the cruise departs on the 6th, so it's the 6th through the 10th, or 6th through the 13th.
But wait a minute, hold up, K-Wood. Listen, for all of you all I don't necessarily post a lot on Facebook, but when I do post some shit on Facebook, baby, it is usually about a time that has been had, and baby. Listen,
he is often there in that time.
K-Wood has been the most hilarious. First of all, I love my K-Wood. We get together, we laugh and joke. Baby, I can't. This silly bitch, it's silly. When we went down to North Carolina for the bar night, the next day I made a post about you lit the fuck up and you high as hell on something, liquor, I don't know what. When you got your damn boots on the wrong feet. Baby, the way I kikied and hollered about that little post. I'm not going to call no names
out. Someone said you did the most in Charlotte.
I'm not going to call no names out, but all I'm saying is somebody was a little toe up. And I had to pull them to the side and say, hey, switch them around because they on the wrong foot. Baby. Dominion. When I say, oh God. But listen, I love you to death. Listen, love you to death. But baby, I got tickled in North Carolina because I swear for God, I never laughed so hard at that. I could not stop laughing. Jesus, I couldn't stop laughing. Okay, I'm gonna let that go. All right.
It's been a fun evening. I need to relax a little bit because I had a meeting for Leather Leadership Conference at 7, and I tried to take a little nap, and you know how you take a little 20-minute nap and you wake up from that nap, and I was like, no, I need more time.
Baby, you just fooling yourself. You can take a 20-minute nap. I ain't even gonna sit here and lie. You are fooling yourself. 20 minutes. If a nap doesn't consist of at least an hour, you're gonna be off. I'll be off.
It is what it is, I guess.
So, but anyway, again, ladies, gentlemen, and others, it is always a pleasure to sit here and get online and talk smack with you all, and it's just fun. So I definitely appreciate you guys. Just want to remind you guys that next week is going to be our last show for this season, and we will come back in January after Martin Luther King weekend, whatever that first Monday is. I think that's the 19th. I think it is.
The 17th.
17th. Okay, but the 17th.
So we'll talk all about our MAL adventures. Speaking of which,
yes,
congratulations to the brothers of the newly formed Onyx Gulf Coast chapter, headquartered in New Orleans. So we're super excited for them, and there's going to be some fun and shenanigans that will be happening at MAL around that. So that should be lots of fun.
Baby, listen, all I know is that we had a time at what that was Blackout, I think it was.
Blackout was so much fun in New Orleans, yes.
Oh my God. Baby, listen, I can't say I've never drank so much, but I drank a lot of Wet Willies. Whatever.
Maybe if we were there right now, I would have one in my hand.
Baby, it was like 11 o'clock, and I was like,
and there was a chicken spot next to it.
Willie's, that's what it was. That was Willie's.
Oh yeah, Willie's was it was daiquiris and chicken tenders.
Yeah, because then that's when I had that little moment, and I was like,
Oh, can I do it? Can I do it? Is it? Can I do it now? Can I do it?
Oh yeah, because I don't. Yeah,
Because you don't give a shit now. Bay, 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 bay.
Listen,
bay.
You want to get on my nerves? You continue doing with this. What is going on right now? Oh, good God!
And so the story is that I kept doing this to Dominion, and the person who I was imitating, no, he wasn't there, but one of his friends was, and it got back, and then Epic was like, "Shut up, shut it up,"
because the person is standing right
it up,
and I was like, cut it, and then they said some bullshit, which I knew. They were like, it's a shame that we just can't all. And I was just like, okay, whatever. Then it started.
And you know what? I was going to be clear. I find that annoying. I find the use of the word "bae" annoying by anyone. And so I'm going to own it. It was not a commentary on that person as a person or whether I did or did.
What we said before was what the issue was.
What did I say before? You'll have to remind me off camera.
No.
If I think it is what it is.
Short.
Oh, yeah. Did I say that out loud? I thought I said that later.
Yes, you did. That's why I was like.
Oh. I always thought it was the bae part, not the other part.
Because remember, they were walking up and you were ending. You were like, yeah. I was like, oh my God. I was like, then you were like, bet. I was like, oh.
In my defense, I had like 40-11 Wet Willies.
Well,
and at least 13 pieces of chicken.
Let me be clear. It is not a problem or an issue because I really don't give a fuck. But I'm not getting ready to be messy. And I can be. But I'm not right now. But it's all good. We are good. Everybody's in a different space now.
Good for them.
Everybody's in a good space now. And, I'm sorry, everybody's in a different space. That's a good space. And my space is.
You're in a good space, and that's all that really matters.
Yeah, my space is here, and their space is I don't know where. But it's okay.
Exactly.
I'm good.
Well, all right, kids. It has been a wonderful evening, but it is time for us to go so that I can enjoy the last of this evening and watch Volcano. So remember my favorite song, Back on 74 with the hype-ass video? They have actually... keep me riding on the sea line. Oh, with the dance and, the cute, mixed boy and all of that. Well, that video was just part of like a 15 video arc that was actually like a whole movie. And so now that all of the parts are released, I'm going to watch the whole thing together.
You sound just as bad as Desmond when we were talking about that damn Trapped in the Closet video and watching all 15, 16 parts. Which was absolutely fucking hilarious at this particular point. But just so that we're clear, it was, yeah. But
wait a minute. Well, I turned it off. I don't feel I don't feel like turning it back on. It was like, and he looked at me, and I looked at him, and he looked at me, and I looked at him, and he looked at me, and I looked at him.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
And generally I don't fuck with R. Kelly anymore. New R. Kelly, old R. Kelly, yes, but
old R. Kelly. Listen. I am sorry if I'm getting ready to offend someone. I paid good money for the music that I bought by R. Kelly. And there's one or two albums that I actually love, and certain songs I'm still going to sing. I'm not saying that you have to sing with me, but I will be playing them if they pop up. Now, I haven't had a taste or a hankering to listen to him at this particular point, but I also know what he means. But that's also one of those things where people can say the same thing about Bill Cosby. Oh, I'm not watching the Cosby Show. Well, I mean, I feel like some of the funniest memories from childhood came from Claire and Heathcliff and Vanessa and all the rest of them. But
big fun, yes.
So, but anyway, but that's just my own thing. But I'm very cognizant of some people's trauma. So I'm just putting that out there just in case I'm ever around. I'm listening to that song. Like I'm sorry about your trauma, but I'm still listening to this song.
Right.
That I purchased for me.
And now that we understand that Epic doesn't give a shit about you, we'll say thank y'all for coming out. God bless you and good night.
Bye.
Bye.